Hey guys, Vengeful Parrot here from Two True Reviews, and you better get ready to set sail and dive deep into Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, because over the next 6 videos, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the campaign, the multiplayer, and the new Freedom Cry DLC that came out about a month ago. Now, the first thing that I want to do is do a little bit of a compare and contrast between this game and the previous installment in the franchise, Assassin's Creed 3, where you played through the events of the Revolutionary War as Connor. Now, if you ask a lot of people, myself being one of them, Assassin's Creed 3 was a huge letdown in a lot of different aspects. The game was really buggy, there was next to no character development at all, the side missions were utter garbage, and, the soundtrack was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't very memorable either. Nothing like what Assassin's Creed 2, that soundtrack and everything. And I'm happy to report that Assassin's Creed 4 is the exact opposite of all of that. It has a very strong storyline, the characters are developed wonderfully, the soundtrack is amazing, and the side quests are actually purposeful. What you're seeing right now is actually the introduction cinematic to one of the side quests. And in some of the side quests in Assassin's Creed 4, not only is Edward, the character that you play as, being developed, but the side characters that you meet in those quests are developed as well. And those same characters will actually make appearances later on in the game. So it's actually worth doing those quests and getting to know those characters. And there are plenty of characters from the main story that you get to know as well. This game, for not being, like an RPG like Mass Effect or something, does a surprisingly good job at getting you to care about the characters and to care about what's going on, which is a little bit mind-blowing. There are very few games out there that actually make me care about my character and what they're doing, and typically, again, it's games like Mass Effect. And honestly, I think we need more games that evoke emotion like that. And it's not because I think, we're gamers and we're all cold, heartless people that just hate everyone and we need to learn how to love, although that may have a small part in it. But I think it's more because having that emotional response engages you so much more in the game. Now, throughout the entire game, there are situations where I think Edward is being a complete idiot. He's making decisions that I would never make in a million years. And I have to sit there and watch him do it. And in a game like Mass Effect, that wouldn't obviously be the case, just simply because you're making the decision yourself. But the fact that Edward sticks truly to his character, to who he is within the game, and, Ubisoft didn't just go like, oh, well, he's changing now, that is fantastic. They did such a wonderful job developing Edward and all the other characters. I honestly cannot recommend playing through the campaign more. It's impossible. Now, one other thing that I did want to touch on, and something that I think is honestly much better than, the side missions and their improvement, is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just so wonderful. Now, I'm going to shut up here for a moment and let you listen. If you don't have a gaming headset or headphones or something like that, you're probably not going to be able to hear this, so I recommend looking up the ambient music for Kingston on YouTube. It's fantastic. Here you go.
Hey, over here! Stop!
Alright, now you got a little bit of a preview there, which is fantastic, and like I said, the music in general in this game is wonderful, even the sea shanties. The sea shanties that have purposefully bad singers are still good, which is extremely hard to pull off. Now I'm just going to end this today with these guys here. Again, another wonderful little addition that doesn't need to be there. Now I highly suggest you stay tuned tomorrow and follow me if you enjoyed this, because you will be getting more pros of this game then. Vengeful Parrot, signing off.